Another great veteran and legend had just passed on, and that is the person of Onyeka Onwenu, our dear beloved mama. Now, she passed on at the age of 72 on Tuesday night, so it was reported that after the friend's birthday party, the incident occurred, and there was still awaiting reports from the family on further details about everything. It's a very, very sad one because a lot of us grew up listening to Onyeka Onwenu songs, inspired by her heroism, her involvement in politics, in music and arts, in broadcasting journalism. She has been a role model over the decades, and this is actually a tribute to her. Words are actually not enough to express how much she was loved and how she will continually be loved. For a lot of us, this Gen Z generation who don't know who Onyeka Onwenu is, allow me to just briefly give you some light on how interesting, how amazing this woman was while she was still with us. Mama Onyeka Onwenu hailed from around Izuogu. It's a big town in Idiato North in Imo State, even though she was raised in Port Harcourt. She was the youngest daughter of Nigerian educationist and politician D.K. Onwenu. Besides being a veteran singer, songwriter, journalist, politician, human rights, social activist, and of course, an actress, she was also the popular judge of the X Factor series, all right, back then. She was popularly referred to by the press as the Elegant Stallion. That was her nickname, the Elegant Stallion. Also, besides these things, she also had a long list of degrees that she acquired from schools in the United States, that's in Massachusetts and New York. And of course, worked with the United Nations as a tour guide before returning to Nigeria in 1980 for her mandatory or compulsory NYSC, where she actually served in the Nigerian Television Authority's NTA in Lagos. That's where she did her NYSC. So, as a politician under the PDP, she contested twice for local government chairman in Idiato North. Sadly, she lost. But also was given a portfolio as the chairperson of the Council of Arts and Culture by the then governor of Imo State, which was Governor Ikedi Hakim. All right, so she had an office that same period, even though she lost the chairmanship election to her opponents. Furthermore, in her political career, precisely September 16, 2013, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan appointed her the executive director stroke CEO of the National Center for Women Development. And that was one of her greatest achievements in politics. So as an activist, in 2000, I'm sure a lot of Nigerians will remember this, she actually went on hunger strike in front of one of Nigeria's top leading media houses. She went on hunger strike in front of the gates for about 6 days because she needed her royalties to be paid to her, because the TV house had used her song Iyogogo and refused to pay royalties. They actually used the song without her consent or without her permission. So she requested and demanded for her royalties, which they initially denied her. The then manager and the director general then had a serious fight back and forth with her. But by the time Nigerians got involved, some renowned Nigerians also got involved and joined her at that gate. It became a very serious affair and her demands were completely met. That was the activism in Onyeka Onwenu. Besides other heroic involvement in human rights activism, she was a very loud speaker in terms of protecting the children, the growing child, molestations and all. She was a very loud voice in Africa at large when it comes to human rights and children. Something about Mama is that she actually kept her personal life personal, made it private, so irrespective of what the media said. Okay, she was married to this or in a relationship with it, whatever the case may be. She wasn't known to come to media to defend anything or say whatever, and that's something respect about her. But she's survived by 2 children, Tijani Charles and Abraham. Her hits ranges from I think 1981, 82, 83, 84, and in the 90s, her hits includes songs like Iyogogo, Ekwe O, Ekwe is there. Of course, One Love, Keep Us Together. Yeah, One Love is also there. We have the popular You and I Will Live as One, You and I. Those are some of her hit tracks. She also wrote to Denigbo. She wrote Dancing in the Sun and Hallelujah. Yeah, Hallelujah. That's one of my favorite songs. She has a long list of hit tracks out there that she has blessed this nation with over the decades. She has been consistent. She even had to feature in with a lot of more recent artists like the P Squares and others. She was very flexible. She was professional. And of course, In her acting career, she has worked with people like Peter Doce. In fact, just call all the great legends in the movie industry. Yes, she has worked with them, and she was very involved in movie. I think her first movie was Joke, all right, where she was a mother of a child, a single mother of a child or something. Yeah, Joke. That was her first movie. She's actually one of the pioneers of music in Nigeria. One of the pioneers of good music in Nigeria. Having worked with people like the late Sonny Okosun. I think that was her second album, EMI Records. She was an amazing woman, indescribable. Those who had met her, who have worked with her, have same testimony about her. Hardly will you see someone would say, oh no, I don't agree with that person's perception about Mama. It's always the same because she was very firm and upright, very firm and truly a role model and a big mentor. Part of her activism, you could see in this broadcast here, she was actually a very sound, one of Nigeria's finest ever journalists. All right, you can see here where she was actually crying for peace, pleading to the authorities to get involved in alleviating the poverty and hardships in this country, Nigeria. And of course, she always refers to Africa at large, pleading to the conscience of our politicians and our leaders to be more involved, to take the people more personally, to get closely involved with the people and understand their plight and what they're going through. All right, you can see how emotional she is over here.
If you're a leader, wherever you are, and you're listening to this, I cry on behalf of all Nigerians who are badly affected by the situation in this country. Blessed people with talent, with so much to give the world, to show the world. Let our light shine. Do whatever you can. Let's make peace. Let's find a way. Let's stop this before it's too late. Help us. Help our children.
Just imagine. That's how passionate she naturally was interested in the peace, well-being, and security of Africans. It's actually a very great blow that has hit this country, and I pray for us all to be able to go through it with strength, especially the families. Those of us who are not directly related to her are affected this much. I can only imagine what the immediate and direct families, the siblings, the children will be going through right now, and our hearts extends to them in love. We'll always love you, Mama. You always remain in our hearts. We'll always preserve the memories of you, the blessings you bring to us, the gifts you've given to us will live on forever. And of course, the newer generations will get to experience and know you more even now. All right, even now. Rest on, great legend. Rest on, sleep well. Love you, Ma.